You already know what it is. We're back, and it's another predictions video. Wrestling Fanboy SummerSlam. I gotta get into it. You know, night one, night two, the biggest party in the summer, the biggest event of the summer is here. So let's get into it. Now, Saturday, we got some matches. We got 6 matches on both nights. But we're going to start Saturday first, then go to Sunday. So they released the match card, so I can at least tell you what match is going to be on the card. What order? I don't know. But hey, let's get into it. So, Women's World Heavyweight Championship match. You got Liv Morgan defending her title against Io Sky. Now, Io Sky won the Queen of the Ring. And for the longest, I had Io going, to SummerSlam and taking the title from Liv. But I don't know. Even with the Danhausen curse, I feel like it's still going to somehow work in Liv's favor. I feel like Liv, she's probably going to get attacked by like Stephanie Valkyrie, a returning Stephanie Valkyrie. But at the same time, Io might be down and Liv might just get blasted, by her Judgment Day people or Stephanie Valkyrie and fall on Io and get the win. And it's like, oh my God, she's cursed, but how did she still win? Shenanigans. That's what WWE is. WWE stands for shenanigans. But so, with that being said, I have Liv winning. How? I don't have a clue. Do I really see it happening? No. But I feel it. I feel like Liv is gonna win because, they got the Danhausen curse. Everybody, we feel like the Danhausen curse is predicting the outcome of the match. Sometimes it does. But what if it works still, but she still benefit in a way? She get her ass beat, but she still come out on top. That's what happens sometimes. Some people bad luck turn to good luck. So I got Liv. Next, we got both of the six person tag matches on Saturday. So I'm gonna get to the women. Fatal Influence, the new tag team champion, are taking on the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie, and Paige. Now, I've been saying this. I said they needed to get the titles off of Brie and Paige. And, Paige needs to do her own thing. I think that's the direction we trending. And so, I think Fatal Influence, they will benefit from this more. They was real hot on Fatal Influence when they first came to the brand. And it cooled off a little bit. But they just put the women's tag team titles on them. So let's heat it back up. And then JC Jane, she looking like she wanna, go for that United States title. And I feel like they should put that on her. So then you'll have Fallon Henley, Lacey Reed, and JC Jane all dripped in gold. That's the way I believe WWE should go. I have Fatal Influence beating, the Bella Twins and Paige. Now on their side, I think the Bella Twins might turn on Paige. Or it's going to be some type of dissension where Paige and Nikki just not getting along and it's going to cost them the match. But I just think it's going to ultimately lead to the split of this union between the Bella Twins and Paige. So this 6 women's tag, I got Fatal Influence. Next, the 6-man tag. You got the Bloodline, the Usos and Jacob Fatu, going against LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had the Bloodline winning this match regardless. But after watching, my peers, and I ain't gonna lie, I watched Sonny's video, some of it, and he put something in my head, and I thought about it. I said, dang, Santi, that'll be good if that happened, my boy. He was talking about how Solo could turn on Royce and LA Knight and join the Bloodline. It would be, a twist. Because how Solo is right now, I feel like he's becoming a big baby face. He don't have to be with the Bloodline. But Roman's goal is to bring the whole family together. And Solo is a big piece of that family. And it's kind of weird because, the Bloodline baby faces LA Knight is a babyface. Royce Keys is a babyface. Solo is, to me, a tweener. He's a heel, but he's coming off as a babyface, in my opinion. Or it could be vice versa. So I don't know. Anyway, it happens. I have the Bloodline winning this match. How they get it done? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jacob Fatu gonna pick up the pin. And I'm pretty sure LA Knight gonna be the one to take it, if we being honest. So, I got the Bloodline winning this 6-man tag. Next, on Saturday night, we got Gunther taking on Nick Aldis. Now, if y'all don't know, Nick Aldis, he's a great wrestler. You know, he has a name for himself on the indies. You know, he was in TNA as Magnus. He has had success in his career. If you need to go look at his highlights, go do that. You know, he's no slouch. And him and Gunther, they can have a technical masterpiece, honestly. Do I think Nick Aldis is going to win? No. He's going to benefit more from just stepping in the ring with the ring general, Gunther. He going to benefit from that. And Gunther is going to decimate him. It's not going to be a squash match, but Gunther this is what he do. You know, those 4 sides, this is where he lives. You know, he spent most of his time on the main roster as a champion. He's dominant. Let's just be honest. So I believe he's going to beat Nick Aldis, and Nick might gain, you know, Gunther might be like, dang, he really brought it to me. He might gain some respect. They might gain respect for each other. But I have Gunther winning this match so clearly. You know, I don't even think it's really a debate, honestly. Next match, the Hell in a Cell match between Oba and Brock Lesnar. Now, they've been building Oba up, and I feel like it all led to this. You would think the King of the Ring would be the big thing. Nope. Let's make it bigger. Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar. It really don't get no bigger than that unless you go into WrestleMania. Now, I don't think Brock has lost in a Hell in a Cell. Yes, he dominates that. And most time when people dominate stuff, you know, they like to have them lose. Just like, you know, Brock ended the Undertaker streak. I think Oba is going to end Brock Lesnar's Hell in a Cell streak. And this ain't going to do nothing but further push Oba, you know, to that mega star. Yeah. Oba losing to Brock 2 times in a row doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with a lot of people. And I just don't agree with it. So with that being said, I think this match is going to be brutal. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people because the first 2 encounters have been like squash matches. And I don't think this is going to be a squash match. They actually going to go at it. This might be hard hitting like Gunther versus Sheamus or Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. This is going to be a hard hitting match. And I can't wait to see it, you know. One of my most anticipated matches on the card. I don't think it's gonna last long enough for me to be like, yeah, this is my match of the night. I don't think it's gonna last too long, but it's the gimmick match of the Saturday night card. And once we get to the Sunday night card, I'll tell you what the gimmick match for that one is. But I have Oba defeating Brock Lesnar. Now, what I believe will be the main event for Saturday night, CM Punk is defending their WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. Now, the build to this ain't been that great, but this is CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. We don't care. We want to see this. And Cody, he's always in these spots. It's always better when Cody chasing the title. I've said that many times, and I'm going to keep saying it. CM Punk, I like CM Punk when he's champion. I really do. I didn't realize how much I liked it until like I got older and older. You know, the Summer of Punk, loved it. You know, when Punk won it from Gunther, I liked it until Seth took it. But, you know, Punk having it up until WrestleMania until his clash with Roman. I like when CM Punk has the title. Cody, not so much. But Cody is the face, almost the face that runs the place. If Roman wasn't there, But this is a clash of styles. This is a match that hasn't had the greatest build, but the names make it itself. If that makes any sense. Just because CM Punk's name is attached to it, you like, damn, I gotta see this. And CM Punk just came back. CM Punk took the title from Sami Zayn. And I think that's a program they're going to revisit. And I'm going to get into that. But I have CM Punk winning this match. I think it's time for Cody to take another route. Go do something else. Go have a blood feud with somebody. Go do that, Cody. Then double back for, the title picture. Go do something else. Let's get CM Punk on SmackDown. Let's get him some feuds and some rounds and rivals and stuff like that. Because I know I did make the video talking about I don't like how CM Punk just came in and, he just took the title from Sammy. CM Punk gonna show up though. He's gonna be at work. That's one thing I will say. He took 3 months off, but he gonna give me 3 months back. And I appreciate that. I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate that. So maybe I was a little critical on him. I do that sometimes. But I'm a CM Punk fan. It is what it is. I got CM Punk defeating Cody Rhodes and ending the night holding that title above his head. Now let's move into Sunday night, y'all. So, Sunday night, we got the Intercontinental Championship. Penta is taking on Chad Gable. Now, I'm going to keep it quick and short. Chad Gable needs to win. Chad Gable should win. This will be full circle. Penta was the one that made him go crazy. It made him even want to, get a mask and put it on and learn Lucha Libre and go down that dark path that he took. So this is a full circle moment. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's seeing it. Like, it's there. This is like the obvious thing to do. Have Chad Gable beat Penta. And then Chad Gable is at home. It's his hometown. Let's give him this victory. If you're going to push Chad Gable, this is your chance. Coming off that mask versus mask match, let's have him have a great match, which this could be the match of the night. Let's have him have a great match with Penta, because Penta is one of the top tier Lucha Libre competitor superstars ever. Rey Mysterio, Penta is not that far off. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Penta could be a heel or a face. Rey Mysterio, he couldn't be a heel. Penta can do both, and Penta is great in the ring. Penta has been great as the Intercontinental Champion. Once he finally got it, he took it and he ran with it. So Chad Gable defeating Penta, that's a big deal. And then to me, Penta can move on to bigger things. Penta can go challenge somebody for a world title, honestly, in my opinion. Now, Chad Gable needs to win this match. And I said it was going to be short. That's as short as it probably can get because I got the rambling. This would complete Chad Gable's story. I got Chad Gable winning the Intercontinental Championship. Next, Trick Willie is defending his United States title against the returning Baron Corbin. I got Baron Corbin taking the title off of Trick. Now, I don't know though. The fact that they put the Intercontinental Championship on the same night as the US title, I might change that. I gotta change it. Trick is probably gonna beat Baron Corbin. I think Trick Willie is gonna beat Baron Corbin and he's gonna retain his title. I like how Baron Corbin has came back and everything. And I was hoping they would put the title on Baron Corbin and move Trick to something else. But with that being said, I think they're going to do Trick winning the title, keeping it, and they're going to run back that Mello thing. And then Baron Corbin might still be in the mix. And, they might have a triple threat, and Baron Corbin might win in. Mello might play a part in this match, so don't be surprised. But now I have Trick Willie keeping his title, defeating Baron Corbin. Next, number one contender match. Finn Balor is taking on Sami Zayn. Now, Sami was a champion not too long ago, y'all. A world champion. And let's get Sami back to there, man. I don't like how they did you, Sami. I don't agree with it. Y'all know that. Sami, let's get back to greatness. I got Sami beating Finn Balor. Finn been on a roll. He been winning. But Sammy got a case. Sammy has been, done wrong. And Sammy don't like it. I don't like it either, Sammy. So let's get Sami Zayn that number one contender. Let him prove himself. Let him get back in the title picture. Let him go back against Cody or CM Punk. Finn been putting on great matches. Finn is being pushed almost to the moon, like when he won the Universal Championship. But I don't think it's time for Finn at the moment. I don't think it is. I got Sami Zayn winning the number one contender match. Next, this is the gimmick match I mentioned earlier. The women's ladder match. You got the women's ladder match. It is for the interim women's WWE Championship. Rhea Ripley, she's not relinquishing the title, but they're putting the interim champion. Some UFC stuff, like my brother told me. Hey, it is what it is. You got Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and the last competitor will be between Julia or Lash Legend. Now, I believe it's going to be Julia. I would want it to be Julia, because if I had a pick that I want to be champion, I would want it to be Julia. I would want Julia to win that ladder match, because it would help her a lot. Because WWE has not did her great. NXT, she was fine. They called her up and she didn't. She's done nothing but win the US title. But it's a chance she might not win it, because she still has this thing going on with Kiana James. And to me, I wouldn't say Lash, because if, let's say Lash wins the match between her and Julia, Lash is a powerhouse. We already have Jade in there, so I think Jade is going to play the powerhouse role. We're not going to have two powerhouses. So I think Julia will qualify for it. And we got Charlotte, Jade, Tiffany, Chelsea, Julia. Chelsea would love for her to win, but Chelsea is gonna end up winning the Money in the Bank. I'll tell you, mark my words, y'all. Tiffany, she's the United States champion. She has some stuff going on with Blake Monroe. She has stuff going on with Jade, honestly. Charlotte, she has stuff going on with Jade too. Right now, honestly, it looked like if you was to put that title on Jade would have the most storylines coming out of it. But I really believe they're gonna put it on Charlotte Flair. I really do. Like I said, I want them to put it on Julia, but they're not gonna do that. So I believe they're gonna put it on Charlotte Flair. If Tiffany was to get it, she'll be Tiffany 2 belts. I don't think they're gonna pull that trigger. So I got Charlotte winning this ladder match. Next, Danhausen is taking on Dirty Dominic Mysterio. They should have made this like a no DQ or something. But I guess since he had his no DQ against JD Madonna, they don't want to do that. And I guess if Danhausen loses, he got to give Dom back his monies. Human monies. Stupid. But I got Danhausen winning this. I really do. Danhausen always has shenanigans going on, and what I said earlier, WWE is shenanigans, and I believe Danhausen is a fan favorite, and he's gonna win. He's gonna beat Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom need to go do some other stuff. He already doing stuff in AAA, and he getting ready for Triple Mania. Get him away from Danhausen, please. Like, let's move past it. Like, Danhausen already doing too much. He got the Miz and Kid trapped over there. Like, let's Danhausen get away from the Judgment Day. Dom, get away from him. I got Danhausen winning that match. Alright, so try to make sure I ain't forget nothing, because it's bringing me to our main event, which is the World Heavyweight Championship match between Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins. Now, I can make a whole video about this, but I won't. These two go back and forth. They might as well be blood brothers. The Shield days, the Cody story. Seth helped Cody defeat Roman, kind of stop the bloodline. They pretty much hate each other. They love each other, but they hate each other. Both of them made each other career. Like, let's be honest. So if this is the final match, and we in for a treat. And this final match, if it is, I think Roman is gonna win. Roman needs this more than Seth. You know, Roman needs this victory. I don't really have too much to say about it. I'm just being honest. Roman needs to beat Seth, and Roman has been beating people without help. I don't believe he's gonna get help here. I think he's gonna beat Seth clean, and that's it. If he does not beat him clean, we better get a new bloodline member. Like, it has to be like Zilla. Gotta be. Can't be nobody else. With that being said, that's all I got, y'all. SummerSlam coming soon. Can't wait. Until next time.